Hi everyone, it's been a while since I've done one of these videos. There was a lot of posts recently, quite a few films that I don't know much about, obviously, and a few films that I know I already love. So here's the indicator selection from last week. Jet Pilot looks like a slightly atypical John Wayne film. John Wayne and Janet Leigh in there, so I'm intrigued by that. Heard good things about this one already. Night Has a Thousand Eyes, Edward G. Robinson, Gil Russell, John Lund. Sounds good. Thunderbolt, I am clueless about, but I love that main image. And some more Marlene Dietrich, The Song of Songs. So I shall look forward to that. Those all arrived at the end of last week, and I'm sure I will get to them within the next few years. Someone else I don't really know much about, Katsuhito Ishii. This arrived just today. Sharkskin Man and Peach Hip Girl, Party 7, Promise of August, Sorosoi, Hello Junichi, Norioka Workshop. And I am sure there are people who know much more about Ishii's work than I do. But again, I've certainly delved into quite a lot from Third Window Films, and they seem to have interesting titles. Now, does that mean I've watched many of them? No, I've still not got around to so many of them, but the ones that I have seen are really interesting and definitely worth your time. That would include Summertime Machine Blues, and it would include, what are the other ones off the top of my head? Okay, I've forgotten, but I mean, I could just say Beyond the Infinite 2 Minutes and One Cut of the Dead, but there's more to Third Window Films than that. This looks like a lovely set. There's some nice extra features on there as well, so I will dig into those at some point before I am dead. Blockbuster time. Renfield. Renfield is awesome. This has a few features on there, deleted and extended scenes, alternate takes, blah de blah. I think it might show a bit more of the removed musical sequence that you can still see some footage from over the end credits. So that'd be fun if that's on there. I'll get to that at some point. I thought Renfield was a blast. I don't really understand how people could hate it. I guess it still depends on your mileage with Cage, but he's great in this. Nicholas Hoult is fantastic, and Aquafina's a lot of fun. Everyone's great in this. You've got, what's his name? I keep forgetting his name. Schwartz. No, he's not there, so I cannot remember his name, but it's the dude that voiced Sonic the Hedgehog, and he was in Parks and Rec, and he's awesome. You've also got Shorey Agdashlu, and I know I've just murdered her name, but she is someone whose face you will recognise from numerous movies, and she's always wonderful. I should have spent 10 minutes practicing that name before I said it. And we also have Evil Dead Rise. I mean, it came from Amazon, and the slip was a bit damaged. I'm normally not that precious about these things, but that was kind of annoying as to where it is. This has an audio commentary with Lee Cronin and his short film Ghost Train. Ghost Train is a fun little short. It's also part of a horror anthology movie. The name escapes me right now. It's something like 5 Past Midnight or Midnight Tales or something. You have so many anthology horror movies that just throw together numerous shorts nowadays. And if you've been lucky enough to attend some festivals, or if you know where to browse online when directors are showcasing their work, you'll have seen a lot of those shorts elsewhere. But Evil Dead Rise was great. I'm a big fan. I had to get this to complete the set. You know, I've got all the movies. I've got Ash vs Evil Dead. So there's that. And then last but by no means least, Some Bruce Lee. Actually, no. This is some Bruce Lee, but this is some Bruce Lee that will eventually be going away to whoever wins it as a prize. I'm not sure what I'm going to do for the competition yet. Keep your eyes peeled, keep an eye on the YouTube channel. This will be available to anyone who has missed out on what is the Bruce Lee collection. Again, I was a bit annoyed. I know it seems minor, but this is ordering direct from Arrow, and it just sort of reminds me of why I don't order direct from them so much. So these are the films: The Big Boss, Fist of Fury, The Way of the Dragon, Enter the Dragon, Game of Death. They've also got Game of Death 2, and you've got The Man and the Legend, the Legend documentaries. This is really, really nice. Let me put that aside. The Big Boss. Oh, The Big Boss Mandarin cuts. I'm not sure I've watched other cuts of his films. Fist of Fury. I mean, the artwork throughout this is just gorgeous. Let me just adjust this slightly. The Way of the Dragon. Obviously, Enter the Dragon. There's a slightly OCD part of me that always turns the discs that way when I'm opening them. Game of Death, which is a lot of fun. Oh, Game of Death alternate versions. Right, stay there. The final Game of Death. All 2 hours of Lee's original footage, including the long presumed lost log fight between Dan Inosanto and Chai Yuan. Wow, interesting. Game of Death 2, which I have seen a long time ago. I had the VHS Bruce Lee set that had his image along the side, and everything was on there, and the documentaries. Then you've got a gorgeous little hardback book in here. Plenty of writings throughout. Plenty of photographs. Some gorgeous stuff. Really looking forward to that. Posters. I'm not going to open these up because I'll never get them back there. Bruce Lee is dynamite. On my lovely. These would definitely make a really nice, I don't know, if you want to make a collage, put them in a big frame, and this is a pack of, are these photos all the way through? I mean, the finish on these is just gorgeous. They just feel like photos that in the old days you would have just picked up from the printers. So let's go back here again. You've got obviously various special features on each disc. Audio commentaries, alternate versions, deleted scenes and such. And you can see different, there's Hong Kong theatrical cut, Japanese cut, etc, etc. The Scottish Soldier Meets the Dragon, a newly filmed interview with on-set observer John Young. Brilliant. This is gorgeous. This is kind of possibly one of the contenders now for set of the year, hopefully. I'll look forward to digging through that at some point soon and making time for that. And again, this one, this is not the latest set, but it does have all the Bruce Lee movies in there. And someone will get a chance to win some Bruce Lee at some point soon. So, there you have it. Quite a wealth of goodies this week. That almost makes up for a double dose of Tyler. Almost makes up for having to watch both Puppy Love and Scarlet Diva this week. But we hope you look forward to that conversation too. I hope some of you have picked up at least some of these goodies. The Indicator films are certainly interesting, as they always are. Evil Dead Rise and Renfield are great fun. You can't go wrong with a bit of classic Bruce Lee. And feel free to let me know what I should prioritise from my Katsuhito Ishii viewings. I will take those under advisement. Bit of a mid-range video this week, because I know it's a little bit dull when you're just staring at, even if it's the awesomeness of Bruce Lee, without me being active on screen, just my voice. But I hope that gave you a little insight into the goodness that is in that set. I don't do full unboxing videos because, yeah, it's just people reading from the back more concisely and you know, taking more time with it than I do. But, you know, Bruce Lee is certainly, I mean, he's a legend, right? He's an absolute legend. I think most film fans, or most genre film fans, would certainly want, this feels like a definitive box set of his work, which is beautiful. I think it was also available in a different edition. I can't recall if we were doing any 4K releases, but if those sets all have these goodies in them, then it's highly recommended. I'm going to pack everything away now and try and tidy up. And that's it for now. We will speak next week. Toodles.